Nice little bit of damage putting onto the Night Stalker. Do you feel like Beast Coast are happy with that? A couple minutes of tri lane they had up top. Did they get enough done?
No, they wanted the first blood. Absolutely. I mean, they made that big rotation through. Toby was able to hit up to that level 2.
They're going to get first blood down bottom.
Away.
Oh, Saberlight gets the blood right. I think there was the last little second of slow from Katomi that was able to help out there to keep him inside over to the Phoenix, but a support kind of wants that lane as well. K1 going to consider about going onto the tower. So yeah, they're going to need to somehow bring this Toby Phoenix into the game.
A little bit aggressive here. Without many usages of spells, so that means the magic stick doesn't have too much built up into it. You might be able to secure the return kill here on Whisper, but I feel like you wanted a much more of a freebie coming through. Actually pops the Tango, but it's a little bit too late. Didn't have that running the entire time, so not only dying, but wasting a little bit more of that lane regen.
You are going to be pretty happy though for Entity. You get the kill onto Phoenix, a little bit of gold given over. Like you mentioned though, he's still struggling in net worth, so anything you can funnel to him, he'll take. Bottom lane though, Saberlight, 3 heroes down bottom. Death means that Stinger.
Tactical death from Stinger.
Yep. Love to see it. Oh, G-Small's going to just pop an Exo to try and chase down Katomi, but he's going to go up to the north instead of repositioning towards the mid lane. So C-Small was anticipating to run down the stairs. Fishman, that's a lot of damage from Exo, brother. At least they're able to pump out as well with the follow-up from Stormstormer and Saberlight. So it's a worthwhile sacrifice from the Clockwork.
Great bait, mate. That's all he's saying right now. What's actually going to look to go into the Supernova? If it's something that they want to take advantage of immediately, maybe it is. Dream Coil's coming up in 3 seconds.
They need to kill the creep. There we go. They got rid of the creep. They have the Supernova to play with, along with the rotation out from Stormstormer. This is a beautiful play from Entity, rotating at the perfect timing. As soon as Toby gets that level 6 and bottom lane as well, K1, he's getting chased down. Another ultimate coming at the ready of Entity at the perfect timing, secures some kills across the board.
Much better coming through. This is the synergy that I was wanting to see in game number. More nighttime, so K1's just going to park himself up here. Toby, just be a little bit careful, but he should be able to get away quickly enough. Silence not leveled up just yet, but does he even... Okay, he does end up popping the Exo.
Not again. This time you don't have heroes playing behind to be able to capitalize on you making a window to kill off the Death Prophet. So a freebie for C-Smile and also the tower going down.
There's a fine line between space creation and just straight up feeding, and unfortunately I think that was the latter. Giving up your life to try and maybe defend the tower, just didn't have the tools or the skill set. Not the skill set, that's a bit flamey. The tools to be able to...
Whisper bottom lane. Oh, alright. Are you more on the...
Even walking away from the neutral camp.
They got Viper TPing in. Oh, Fishman's like, alright, well, as long as everyone else can make it out, they're actually wanting to go back in. Toby's nearby if they require the ultimate for that extra little bit of damage onto Whisper, but Saberlight is speedy enough to close the distance with ease, and now they're going to dive on forward to Gojira, because they got the puck nearby as well to pump in the damage as Toby gets the double kill, some much needed gold given over to the offlaner of Entity, and they got the Rupture back up, so the Dark Ascension, it's going to be used here for... Stormstormer's going to be in some trouble. He's forced to use the call defensively. Gojira's still nearby as well to intercept the retreat. A beautiful stun onto two, but the curse will taunt multiple heroes together, and Toby's going to position in the middle just so he can get a really good ultimate off if it's required. Stinger brought down with ease, and now they're going to turn to Whisper afterwards as well, as Saberlight's going to rock up to the party, and the poor old Viper will not have any way to be able to escape, as even Gojira's got to go down as well. As Denok, we were concerned about the early game from Entity, but they are proving us wrong.
They're on the same Witchblade coming up soon for Stormstormer. Going to give him the potential to go for some of these pickoffs, and already about halfway towards that Blink Dagger on your Winter Wyvern. Not sure how great I feel about this smoke, though. Yeah, you've got the double damage.
Toby
you've got
bottom lane's in a lot of trouble. A bit too greedy positioning out of the Phoenix. Meanwhile, across the map, Entity, they are smoking. A hookshot from Fishman along with the double damage from Stormstormer is all they would require to help kill off C Smile. So a couple of cores going down across the map. Continue to move back towards the triangle. They're going to need the coil, which they will have at the ready. Fishman's going to start with the hook shot as well. How can they react on the side of Beast Coast? And it looks like with all the ultimates committed, they're going to be in trouble at keeping him alive. A Solar Guardian gets the health, and that actually might be enough. Oh, the dive from Toby, along with the Spirit Vessel, secures the kill, and now they'll turn to Stinger as well. A Tier 2 tower will not stop the onslaught.
Nicely done, nicely done. At least at the same time, you've got Whisper pushing out this bottom side of the map, making sure to potentially bring some attention down here. Siege Creep hitting into it as well, so that'll open up the map a little bit for them. It's just a question of, will it be able to do enough?
Fishman's even on the high ground as well. Scouts out C Smile. They're actually going to look to stand their ground though. Beast Coast, C Smile popping the Exo with the stun on the backline as well from Gojira. Entity need to scramble, but meanwhile Saberlight, he wants to run directly into the middle. He's not playing around with the BKB for the moment, so Saberlight's got to be cautious, but Katomi jumps in, finds the curse onto 2. The Viper's taken out of the equation, and now it's all on C Smile to pump in the damage. Even K1, he's wanting to show up to the fight as well, but the control is something they're lacking, so they can't keep up with the puck. They'll turn to the Wyvern instead.
Could have been much worse if not for that Winter's Curse, right? You just get an extra couple of kills. It costs you, of course, your own life, but I think it is well worth it. And, well, Toby just going a little bit too deep that time around, playing on the aggressive side of the map. Ends up costing him a little bit. Now, I'm just having a look. What's Stinger looking to optimize into? Looks like this might be a...
That's the thing he's hoping not to go into.
Well, you can hope all you want. Looks like probably a Holy Locket that he's going to look to go into, right? Magic Wand already complete. Can just look to disassemble the Arcane Boots once he picks it up.
Again, oh boy, Saberlight finding Gojira. It's going to make it the 9th death. This Midas continuing to be slowed down. And meanwhile, Katomi and Toby, they're going to go for the other flying member of this game. Whisper's going to try and turn it around. You might be forced to use the egg, and that will be the case. Solik, no, Stinger?
Is he gonna get stunned?
He will indeed, and Storm is nearby as well. Coil's gonna hold them back, and C-Smile wants nothing to do with this skirmish. They've got the curse as well, but the creeps nearby, they won't even need it. Just night and day difference coming up from Entity in this second game. They're continuing to TP in, but K1, he doesn't have the damage to go through the cold embrace, so it's going to turn to try and deal with the puck, but the curse, Katomi held it to the last second. Saberlight's going to look to enter as well with the blood right. It is just beautiful from the side of Entity.
East Coast are also kind of suffering from what Entity had, whatever was going on with them.
Whisper's life.
You have to sacrifice Whisper. Yeah. I mean, it's daytime. 44 seconds on the Dark Ascension. He's in no place to want to be fighting right now on the Bloodseeker. Sorry, against the Bloodseeker.
Bye-bye, Whisper. It was good knowing you, friend. I'd be able to punch some damage into Storm, just annoy the puck. Again, they see K1 under the ward. And Katomi's got the curse as well at the ready to make sure K1 will not escape. So we'll just slow him down. Needs to get out of range. And there we go. It does just that. A curse, though, to stop any attempt at making all the way back to base. And that will continue to slow down the BKB.
Vision look like right now? Does anyone have a gem already? It kind of...
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Probably the
good
better
positioning.
item.
Really good position from Gojira, but it's not going to be far enough to the right side. So Whisper, they will still run into the Viper. Solar Guardian's going to come down. They're going to try and turn to deal with the Winter Wyvern first, but the Claw from Stormer leashing 2 heroes together, and he might be able to turn around. Of course, he still has the Aegis to play with. Onto the puck, and even blinks out to the left side. Beautiful use of the spell casting from Stormer. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, we see C-Smile go down. Saberlight had to pop the...
Even like a blink dagger into the spike carapace isn't going to kill.
Playing with his food, Gojira's going to reveal the blink. They'll get the first kill. The rest of Entity is trying to beeline to top, but they're going to be fast enough, though. Should be able to get the blink away. He's actually going to go in aggressively and look at the backstab Entity. They're ready for the fight. C-Smile's going to try and charge up the Exo, but instead they're going to go towards the jungle in the tree line. Bye-bye, Night Stalker. Sea-Smile hold into place as well with a rupture. And this Death Prophet, again, just not getting any breathing room to walk towards that BKB that he ever desires to potentially take these team fights, and they're just playing with their food, guiding the Death Prophet into oblivion. It looks like he'll tick out afterwards to the Witchblade damage.
Yeah, eventually going down with the use of that Spirit Vessel as well. He nearly ended up.
Sees K1. BKB's on cooldown prior as well. They're starting to TP to the T2 tower. Will take some time to connect to Stormer. They're even moving from mid as well. He's only got Gojira behind him to protect, and Gojira's going to look to enter, but a beautiful phase shift dodge, and they'll even get the leash onto the Nyx Assassin as well, so all set up from Stormer working with that power rune.
Doing his best as well, and Katami to make sure that this wave stays pushed out. That's one of the benefits of the Wyvern Shard, of course. Able to just secure a lot of that. You can even just farm some jungle camps as well, right? Some of the times where the lane is pushing, the Splinter Blast radius, once you hit level 15, is big enough that you could just get away. Hero hook shot.
What a beautiful hookshot onto their tier 2 tower. A defensive BKB. They're going to try and turn to bring down the egg. Does Whisper have the right clicks? Oh no! One more right click was all they needed, but unfortunately Whisper doesn't have the attack speed and Entity show up to clean up the fight.
All on team wipe coming through, and well, this is looking pretty bad.
The support on Entity and even Phoenix as well at the early stage. So really impressed from Puck.
Still ready to go right now, Katami. He's got the Blink Dagger available and uses it to get away, being able to pop that smoke that was on Stinger previously. I'm a little surprised that K1's still playing around this, considering he's so close to hitting level 18.
Fishman, in and out he goes. A quick and easy assassination of the Dawnbreaker, and now K1 Rupture completely stops the Night Stalker in his tracks, and they're going to make sure they don't group up, because the curse for Katobi, meanwhile on the right side though, K1's doing a decent amount of damage, but the Sunray, along with the Cold Embrace, just negates all of the damage, all of the work that we're doing to bring down the Puck. They'll kill off Fishman. Sea-Smile's even charging on full deep under the tier 1 tower. They need to respect Entity. Even though they're low on the resources, they are so far ahead that they can turn this one back around even after the start of the fight. As they get rid of Toby. Meanwhile, the River as well. Whisper's going to find another one to add to the tally. Meanwhile, Sea-Smile, so they've got about a quarter duration left to work with in regards to the Exo. It will push back Entity.
But yeah, I mean, you've got the clockwork, right? All you need is vision up onto that high ground once Wyvern has Ags, even if you need to get to that stage.
Oh, Jesus, Fishman! They don't give a damn about this high ground. A Supernova even laid down as well, but it's not in the greatest position with no one to protect it as well. The right
probably. Oh. He got chain bash.
Probably is the wrong word. It doesn't even come out. Saberlight, the bashes, like you mentioned, protects the egg. I thought they weren't going to be there fast enough, and while Saberlight can zoom into the middle to keep him steady.
That is so unfortunate, man. That would have been an enormous kill if they were able to get that onto the Phoenix Egg. Then suddenly, all of these strength heroes feel so much more confident in being able to go in and take the fight, but instead, buyback being used, another core on the deck, your base being sieged.
Oh, Toby. Toby should die to the Viper Strike. Alright.
Little King.
Who's deep into the backline as well? It's going to be K1. He's got the Dark Ascension. Oh, the right clicks as well. Gets rid of Fishman. 2 heroes without a buyback. Don't think they'll get anything out of it. Yeah, no, that's a great question. What did just happen?
I swear he
might get solo kill top. Katomi, he's got the Scepter, and it looks like he was not even going to need the curse as well as the rest of Entity. Moving to his location. There's a Solar Guardian out to buy some time, but it sets up for a multi-man coil. It looks like K1 is going to try and charge to the right side. Targeting down the Winter Wyvern, but he won't be able to secure with a kill. And Dawnbreaker's going to be in trouble in the tree line as well. Meanwhile, back towards the Night Stalker. The Rupture's out. There's going to be no escape for K1. The carry from Beast Coast killed off for the last time this game. And Sea-Smile as well. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble if they want to move up the higher ground. They've got another round of the Supernova if they require it. And there's going to be no way to kill off the egg as Entity. A night and day difference in this second game. And so we'll be able to take it in pretty goddamn convincing fashion.
In classic SA style, they're not going to be calling GG until the very end. It's like, let's see if they actually hit our tier 4s. They don't know that we don't have buyback, and well, I mean, every game is so important, so I understand it this time around, but they're just going to go for a further kill here onto Chris Luck. He doesn't have any spell immunity remaining. He's able to get off a few of those Spirit Siphons though, but with the Spirit Vessel, that's going to be more than enough.
Come on! You can do it! Oh, not like this. Mega Creep comeback! I believe. Alright, you see the Battle Fury soon to be queued up on the Night Stalker?
Actually.
No, not yet, but I mean, if you're gonna defend it, you have to, so he's gonna swap it eventually. Well,
I think you call it.
But I thought you'd call it a while ago, but yeah, there we go. So, yeah. All right. And Fishman. Beautifully done. Entity able to take the last game of the night here to be able to close out day 3 of the group stages to the Arlington Major. It was an interesting game too.
Interesting.